I'm kind of on a roll today, making videos, Rare Breed of Sane. And so this time I'll pick a topic a bit different, and it will be the abortion topic, or the personhood topic. Because abortion is a touchy subject, but some people even believe that personhood, or don't get rid of the fetus and don't get rid of the life that's starting, they take it all the way down to the cellular level, that when the sperm meets the egg, that's life. And it's considered that life and personhood are different. Of course, there's life when the sperm meets the egg. There was life before the sperm met the egg, even. Okay, but we don't care about sperm or just eggs alone, usually. When sperm meets the egg, that's part of the process in developing another person. So then, they combine, they're one, and we started this whole process. Anyway, it just felt a little weird to me. It started to feel a little weird, that thought that cell could basically be, that's human, that's a person. What makes a person, really? And I didn't think that it would quite make a person. I didn't think it was enough. I didn't know what would be enough, what it had to be. But I started to consider a few things. For one, I started to think maybe it's not at conception, maybe it's just a little later at implantation. I mean, so many of the fertilized eggs fail, and they just, so many of them, I forgot how much, it might have been half or something, they don't even have an exact number, but they don't even implant, or they fail really early before it starts, and that's a lot of lives lost, okay, over the course of humanity, a lot. And I didn't think that I should feel sorry for that, okay? Sorry for all those lives we never knew of that were lost, because, there are lives, a whole bunch of sperms that never met eggs, okay, and we didn't know of it. So, the other reason why I thought maybe implantation, or maybe not exactly implantation, but some later point besides conception, was that I started to think about how there's a certain period of time after fertilization that it doesn't become identical twins yet, or it doesn't become twins. It looks like it will be one person, develop into one person, but it develops into twins. And I'm like, well, how can we say that it's a person when it might be two people, not a person? We can't tell yet. So maybe I should wait to make judgment until later. Thinking about that, I still thought it was pretty weird to consider something cellular to be personal. The experience I have is certainly not a cellular experience. I have all sorts of cells, but I have a mind, I have a consciousness. So I started to think about death, and maybe the last signs of death, the last signs that go away, and we can say, okay, they're brain dead, you can pull a plug. Maybe you should look at the starting signs in the mind of a fetus of life based on what we see go away at the point of death. And I thought even deeper than that, and I thought, hey, life is experience, isn't it? It's the consciousness. So when do babies, say, have a sense of smell, have a sense of pain, have a sense of some sort of sensualness, experiencing something? They don't need to be all, have a bunch of thoughts about it, be self-aware. They're just, at the basic level, experiencing, will say that they're, in a meaningful way, alive. And so, I think that might be, a good point, that after that point around that point where the fetus may feel things, that maybe, no abortions after that, and that would be in the later terms. After a baby is born, they are certainly emotional, crying, they feel all sorts of things. So you'll know that gets rid of some of the later term abortions, and that may be the consensus. I never actually really liked the viability point, because as technology increases, the place that viability is in, as in the fetus can survive outside the womb, is getting sooner and sooner. So if you're going to say, well, as soon as the fetus would be viable outside the womb, then she may expel the fetus or commit abortion, I think that viability gets even sooner and sooner. And I think maybe it makes more sense to base the decision off of the development or some other point. And so, besides the point getting sooner and sooner, I guess you could still say, oh, well, we do a natural point of viability, as in they could naturally survive out the womb without all the medical advances, or whatever you'd want to do. I never heard of someone doing that before, but I imagined it in my head, so. But, in essence, it's all objective, and it's all a societal thing, and what we could do is you could still decide, basically, after the baby is born, then it gets all the rights of a person. You could do that. You can even say, oh, until the first year. I mean, whatever it is. But if we're going to go on, is this individual alive in a meaningful way? Then I think that you could do, basically, they're experiencing something in it, some sort of feeling. And I think that could solve the issue. So, thank you.